solution of linear system. The course outcome related to this second module is the students will be able to solve linear systems using some techniques. Okay, so this one is a course outcome. So in this module, I am basically covering 3 categories, not 3 methods, 3 categories. First one is direct method. Second one is also a direct method, but that one is a special type of direct method, that is factorization method. Then iterative method. So these are the 3 categories. So today we are going to discuss about the direct method. Okay, so direct method means it is not iterative. Some modification we have to do, and through that modification we can find the value of variables that we can do. Okay, so please note, this one is not an iteration method. This one is we are directly calculating the value, not we are calculating the value using iteration. Okay, so there are 2 different types of direct methods included in this syllabus. First one is Gaussian elimination method. Okay, so this one is first type. Okay, so please note, this one is a very basic type of direct method that is used to solve the linear system. It is also known as the elementary method because it is using element by element elimination. So it is also known as the elementary elimination method also. Okay, so after eliminating some components, some elements from the system, through back substitution we can find the value of each variable. So through elementary elimination we are converting the given system to the upper triangular matrix or upper triangular system. Then by applying the back substitution we are finding the value. Okay, so now first we can I think we can explain the procedure how we are doing this. Okay, so consider a system. So for convenience I am considering only 3 equations, that is a11 x1 plus a12 x2 plus a13 x3, that is equal to b1, a21 x1 plus a22 x2 plus a23 x3, that is equal to b2, a31 x1 plus a32 x2 plus a33 x3, that is equal to b3. Is it okay? So here you can see 3 different parts. x1, x2, x3 are the variables of the system. x1, x2, x3 are the variables of the system. a1, a11 to a33 are the coefficients of the system. And b1, b2, b3 are the output of the system or bias of the system. Okay. And this system is said to be a linear system because you can't see the components like the nonlinear components like x1 square or x2 raised to 3 or sine of x3 or log x1 into x2 or x1 into x2 like that way. Those terms are absent here. Okay, only we have linear components. Each equation is a linear equation. Okay, so if a system have only linear equation, such system is said to be linear system. If you have a number of equations and out of that number of equations, if at least one equation is nonlinear, then the system is said to be a nonlinear system. Okay, so please note that. So here this one is a linear system. Okay, so first we are going to form, from this given system we are going to form the augmented matrix. Augmented matrix means first remove this x1, x2, x3 from the system. Simply remove x1, x2, x3. Simply remove this plus sign. Simply remove equal. Then you can say this one is a matrix of components. Something similar to this one. So this matrix is known as augmented matrix, where the last column is the output vector, b1, b2, b3 is the output vector, and the remaining are the system matrix. This one is the system matrix and the last one is the output vector. So combining the system matrix and the output vector, we have the augmented matrix. Okay. Is it clear to all of you? Okay. So first we have the augmented matrix. Now step by step we are going to remove the element, or step by step we are going to convert this augmented matrix into the upper triangular matrix. What is upper triangular matrix? Upper triangular matrix means this lower elements, that is elements below the diagonal, must be 0. These A11, A22, A33 are the diagonal elements. So elements below these diagonal elements must be 0. So we have to remove A21, A31, A32. Is it okay? So please note, you can see that A11, A21, A31 are the coefficients of x1. A12, A22, A32 are the coefficients of x2. A13, A23, A33 are the coefficients of x3. So first we are going to remove the coefficients of x1 except the diagonal element. A11 is the diagonal element. So except A11, we are going to remove A21, A31. So in order to remove A21 and A31, we are going to use A11. So please note, we are going to remove A21 and A31 by using this A11. So due to that, A11 is known as pivot of this elimination. What we are removing? We are removing the coefficients of x1. So it is known as first elimination, because we are eliminating the coefficients of first variable. So this is known as first elimination. And the pivot of first elimination is a first diagonal element. This is a first diagonal element, this is a second one, this is a third one. So the pivot of first elimination is the first diagonal element A11. Is it okay? So please note, to eliminate x1 from the second equation, what we can do? I want to remove A21 from this one. So please note, what is this row? This is R2. Am I correct? This is R2. So we can modify R2 in such a way that the new R2 is equal to the previous R2, that is this R2, minus what we want to remove? A21. So we are going to remove A21. Using what? Using pivot A11 into R1. Is it okay? Please note, we are modifying R2. Why we are modifying R2? To remove A21. So the equation will be R2 minus. Now what we are going to remove? A21 divided by the pivot A11 into the row corresponding to the pivot. The row corresponding to the pivot is this one, that is R1. So the row corresponding to the pivot is known as pivot equation. Please note that. The row corresponding to the pivot is known as pivot equation. Is it clear? So can you say, how to remove A31? How to remove A31? Can anyone say? You can see that A31 is lying in third row. This is third row. So in order to remove A31, we have to modify row 3. So take row 3, R3. So that is equal to same R3 minus what we are going to remove. So that one is a numerator. We are going to remove A31 divided by what is the corresponding diagonal element? A11. So A11 is the pivot. So if A11 is a pivot, what is the pivot equation? Corresponding row R1. So R3 is modified in such a way that R3 is equal to R3 minus A31 divided by A11 into R1. So please note, if you are doing these two operations, A21 and A31 are removed, means it will become 0. What about A22, A23, B2, A32, A33, B3? It may or may not become 0, that we don't know, but definitely it will be modified. It will modify. After this operation, A22, A23, B2, A32, A33, B3 are modified. Is it okay? So please note, the next line is similar to x1. In order to eliminate x2, in order to eliminate x1 from the third row, we need this operation. Means product of minus A31 divided by A11 and first row, that is R1, that one is added with R3. Okay. So in next slide, I am going to explain that operation again. So this is a augmented matrix. So this one is the row operation that we are going to provide. This one is a one row operation, and this one is a second row operation. These two row operations are required to remove A21 and A31. That is, to do first elimination, we need these two row operation. And after this row operation, the augment matrix, first row is not modified because we are not doing any row operation on first row. Second row is modified, and third row is also modified. So after first elimination, this one is an augmented matrix. So now the coefficients of x1 are 0. So in order to make it an upper triangular matrix, this A32 dash must be 0. Why it is A32 dash, A33 dash, B3 dash? Similarly, this one is A22 dash, A23 dash, B2 dash. Because after this row operation, during the first elimination, these 6 elements are modified. These 6 elements are modified after this row operation. That is why this one is labeled as A22 dash, A23 dash, B2 dash, A32 dash, A33 dash, B3 dash. Okay. So now we are going to remove this A32 dash. So just put a circle around the element that we are going to remove. So A32 dash we are going to remove. Now by using which element? We need to use the corresponding diagonal element. The corresponding diagonal element is A22 dash. Please note, corresponding diagonal means we are using a row operation. If you are using row operation, the A22 dash is the corresponding element. If you are using column operation is also possible. If you are using column operation, then A33 dash is the corresponding diagonal element. Okay. So here, please note, if you want to remove A32 dash, the pivot is A22 dash. Okay. Now, what is the pivot equation? The row corresponding to the pivot is the pivot equation. So here, this second row is the pivot. R2 is the pivot. So in order to remove A32 dash, what is the required row operation? The required row operation is, so here the required row operation is R3 is equal to, or R3 is modified by using R3 minus what we want to remove? A32 dash. So A32 dash, what is the pivot? The denominator is pivot, that is A22 dash into what is the pivot equation? R2. So R3 is equal to R3 minus A32 dash divided by A22 dash into R2. So here what we are doing? We are removing the coefficient of x2. So this is known as second elimination. Okay, we are not removing the coefficient of this x2. Why? Because we want the upper triangular matrix. So there is no need to remove this element. We need to remove this one. So please note, everybody, during the first elimination, we are removing the coefficients of x1 from second row onwards. During the first elimination, we are going to remove the coefficients of x1 from second row onwards. Now, during the second elimination, we are removing the coefficients of x2 from third row onwards. From third row. If you are removing the coefficients of x2, from third row we have to remove it. So here, this one is a 3 by 3 system. So it will have only 2 elimination. If you have a 4 by 4 matrix, then third elimination is also there. So what will be the third elimination? Removing the coefficient of x3 from fourth row onwards. So in general, if you have an n by n matrix, then ith elimination means removing the coefficients of xi from I plus 1th row onwards. Please note that. Okay. Ith elimination means removing the coefficients of xi from I plus 1th row onwards. So such how many eliminations will be there if it is an n by n matrix? If it is an n, so here this one is a 3 by 3 matrix, so it will have 2 elimination. For 4 by 4 matrix, 3 eliminations are there. So for n by n matrix, n minus 1 eliminations are there. So please note that. Okay. So here we are explaining, or we are discussing about the third elimination. So third elimination means we need to remove A22 dash. Okay. Sorry, we need to remove A32 dash. That is, we are removing this element by using A22 dash. Okay. So the required operation is R3 is equal to R3 minus A32 dash divided by A22 dash into R2. So the resultant augmented matrix is, first row is not changed after second elimination. Second row is also not changed. You can see 0, A22 dash, A23 dash, B2 dash. Only the third row is changed. You can see that now this element is 0. So due to this row operation, these remaining elements, that is A33 dash and B3 dash, are modified into A33 double dash and B3 double dash. So this one is the final augmented matrix. Okay. So now you can see that this one is a upper triangular matrix because the elements above the diagonal elements are non-zero. Maybe non-zero. Maybe zero, rarely, but normally it is non-zero. Okay. So this is known as, please note, this is known as second elimination. So if you are doing this, so here please note A22 dash is the pivot and corresponding second row is the pivot equation. Okay. So if you are doing this, you must be very careful. Means in first elimination, what is the denominator? A11. In second elimination, what is the denominator? A22 dash. If you have third elimination, the denominator will be A33 double dash. Like that way it will go. Means the modified either diagonal elements or modified diagonal elements. So that one is so denominator we have the diagonal elements or modified diagonal elements. So in order to do this row operation, these diagonal elements or modified diagonal elements, that is pivot, more precisely the pivot must not be 0. Why? If it is 0, what will happen? We can do row operation. Yes, infinite. So if it is 0, we can do row operation. So what is the alternative? Is there any solution for this? If any one element is 0, for example, if A11 is 0, then swap the rows. Just swap the rows. Okay. If A11 is 0, then take second equation of the first equation and first equation of the second equation. Just swap the rows. So by swapping the row, we can try to avoid this problem. After swapping this equation, again if you have the same problem, what we can do? After swapping, again this one have this if pivot equal to 0, means the system don't have any solution. The given system is singular. After swapping, please remember, after swapping, we have to try all possible swapping. So after trying all possible swapping, if the pivot is 0, then the indication is the given system is singular and we can find the value of x1, x2, x3. Is it clear? So that one is very important. Okay. So now this is equation number 4. I told you this one is a final augmented matrix. So by using this final augmented matrix, we can find the value of x1, x2, x3. How? Take the last row. This 0 is a coefficient of x1, this is a coefficient of x2, this is a coefficient of x3, and this is output. So what is the corresponding equation? This one. Am I correct? A33 double dash into x3 is equal to b3 double dash. So from this last row, we can find x3. Am I correct? We can find x3 by using this equation. Now take the second equation. First take the last equation. Now take the second last equation. What is the second last equation? 0 into x1 plus a22 dash into x2 plus a23 dash into x3. So here we have a23 dash into x3 plus b2, sorry, equal to b2 dash. So please note, after this step we have x3. So the unknown is x2 only. So we can find x2. Now after finding x2, then find the, use the next upper equation. What is the next upper equation? This one. So that equation is a11 x1 plus a12 x2 plus a13 x3, that is equal to b1. So you, here x2 and x3 are known. So you can find the value of x1. So here what we are doing, first we are finding x3, then we are finding x2, then we are finding x1. Last to first we are finding. So it is known as backward substitution or back substitution. Forward substitution means first we are finding x1, then x2, then x3. That is forward substitution means. Back substitution means first we are finding the last variable x3, then x2, then we are finding x1. Okay, so this is known as back substitution. Okay. Note some characteristics of this thing. I already discussed about this particular one. If a11 or a22 dash or a33 dash double dashes are vanished, means if it is equal to 0, we can find the solution. Okay. So we can avoid this by rearranging the rows so that the pivot is non-zero. That is possible. But if it is not possible, then this one is singular. Now, if you are rearranging these rows, then the new pivot is known as the partial pivot. The new pivot is known as partial pivot because the equations are rearranged. So it is known as partial pivot. Okay, so please note, if it is not possible, the matrix is singular and the equation don't have any solution. So this one is a theoretical concept that singularity means. In practical case, even if it is non-singular, in some situation it will fail. The reason may be it may be very close to singular. What is singular means? Determinant is equal to 0. Very close to singular means determinant is almost equal to 0. That is 0.0000001. What is the problem? If you are using 4 significant digits, that is 0. So in numerical technique, if it is very small, if the determinant is very small, what is determinant is equal to 0 means? The equations are almost identical. Singular means the equations are identical. Almost singular means almost identical. The slope is almost same. Okay. So in that case, we can find the solution. Okay. Okay. So we are going to solve this system. Please note, in some situation I will use x, y, z, or in some situation I will use x1, x2, x3. Both are interchangeable. Okay. So please note this equation. Sorry, please note this system, which have 3 equations. 2x plus y plus z equal to 10, 3x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 18, then x plus 4y plus 9z equal to 16. Okay. So what is the first step? Form a augmented matrix. What are the coefficients of x? 2, yes, 2, then 3, then 1. Okay. What are the coefficients of y? 1, then 2, sorry, 1, okay, 2, then 4. Okay. Now, what are the coefficients of z? 1, then 3, then 9. Then what are the constants? 10, then 18, then 16. So this one is the augmented matrix. So this one is the augmented matrix. So the first column is the coefficients of x1, that is x. Here we use x, y, z, not x1, x2, x3. Now second column is the coefficients of y. Third column is the coefficients of z, and last one is a constant. Okay. So now we are going to remove these 3 and this one. That is, now we are going to perform the first elimination. So first elimination means removing the coefficients of x1 from second row onwards. So we need to remove 3 and 1. So for the purpose, we need to use the corresponding diagonal element, that is 2 as pivot. So 2 is the pivot. So how to remove 3? So in order to remove 3, we need to use R2 equal to R2 minus 3 by 2 into R1. How we got this equation? We are removing 3. Means that one is lying in second row. So that is R2. So that is equal to the same R2 minus the element that we are going to remove. That is 3. We are going to remove 3 divided by the corresponding pivot. I told you this one is the pivot. So in order to remove 3 and 1, pivot is 2. So denominator is 2 into the corresponding row of pivot. The pivot is lying in first row. So into R1. Similarly, what about R3? R3, in order to remove 1 from R3, R3 is equal to R3 minus element that we want to remove, that is 1 divided by the pivot, that is 2 into R1. Okay. So what is the modified argument matrix after this operation? First row is not modified. So 2, 1, 1, 10 that we have. What about the second row? For example, take the first element of second row. First element of second row is 3. So substitute 3 into this equation. Minus 3 by 2 into, what is the corresponding first row element? 2. So substitute 2 into this equation. So 3 minus 3 by 2 into R1, that is 0. Now take the second element of 2. That is 2, 1, 1, 10. That one is the first row. Now if you are taking second row, the first element is 3. So 3 minus 3 by 2 into the corresponding R1 is 2. So it will give 0. Okay. Now the next element of second row is 2. So substitute 2 here, that is R2 minus 3 by 2 into the corresponding element of R1 is 1. So substitute here. So 2 minus 3 by 2 into 1. What is the value? 0.5. Right? Okay. So now what is the third element of row 2? Third element of row 2 is 3. So substitute 3 here. 3 minus, what is the corresponding first row element? 1. So substitute here. So 3 minus 3 by 2 into 1. You can see that it is 1.5. Right? 3 minus 3 by 2 into 1, that is 1.5. Okay. So now, what about the fourth element of this augmented matrix in row 2? That is 80. Right? 80. Minus 3 by 2. What is the corresponding R1 element? 10. So what is 18 minus 3 by 2 into 10? That is 3, right? 18 minus 3 by 2 into 10, that is 3. Is it okay? So this is second row, modified second row. Now what about the third row? What is the first element of third row? That is 1. Minus 1 by 2. What is the corresponding row 1 element? Here it is row 1. So what is the corresponding row 1 element? 2. So 1 minus 1 by 2 into R1, that is 0. Okay. Now, what is second element of row 3? That is 4. What is the corresponding row 1 element? That is 1. So this is 1. So what is 4 minus 1 by 2 into 1? That is 3.5. 3.5. Right? Okay. Now what is the third element of row 3? Third element of row 3 is 9. What is the corresponding row 1 element? 1. So 9 minus 1 by 2 into R1, that is 8.5. Okay. So now what is the last element of row 3? Last element of row 3 is 16. Right? What is the corresponding row 1 element? 10. So what is R3 minus 1 by 2 into R1? That is 5. Sorry, that is 11. Right? 16 minus 1 by 2 into 10, that is 11. So this one is the modified augmented matrix after the first elimination. So this is known as first elimination. 2, 1, 1, 10, 0, 0.5, 1.5, 3, 0, 3.5, 8.5, 11. Now we are going to start the second elimination. What is second elimination? Removal of coefficient of x2 from third row onward. So this one is the coefficient of x2 in third row. We want to remove this 3.5. So what is the corresponding pivot? The corresponding diagonal element. So this is the corresponding diagonal element. So we are removing 3.5 from the third row. So R3 is equal to, because we are removing this element from third row, so R3 equal to R3 minus element that we want to remove, that is 3.5 divided by 0.5, because pivot is 0.5, into R2. Why it is R2? Because pivot is lying in second row. Always put it in bracket. Okay. So R3 is equal to R3 minus 3.5 divided by 0.5. So what will be the answer? First two rows are not changed. 2, 1, 1, 10. Second row is also not changed. 0, 0.5, 1.5, then 3. Third row, what is the first element? 0. Substituting 0 into this R3. What is the corresponding R2 element? Because this is R2. What is the corresponding R2 element? 0. So 0 minus 3.5 divided by 0.5 into 0. That is 0. Okay. Now take 3.5. Next element of R3 is 3.5. Substitute here. What is the corresponding R2 element? 0.5. So 3.5 minus 3.5 divided by 0.5 into 0.5. You can see that is 0. Now take the next element 8.5. So substitute 8.5 here. Now what is the corresponding pivot? 1.5. That is R2 element. 1.5. So 8.5 minus 3.5 divided by 0.5 into 1.5. What is the value? 8.5 divide 8.5 minus 3.5 divided by 0.5 into 1.5. That is, I think, minus 2. Now, what about the last element? This is 11. So substitute here. What is the corresponding element in row 2? That is 3. So 11 minus 3.5 divided by 0.5 into 3. So what is the value? 11 minus 21. Right? 11 minus 3.5 divided by 0.5 into 3. So what is the value? 3.5 into 6. That is 21. So 11 minus 21, that is minus 10. Right? So this is the modified augmented matrix after the second elimination. So this one is the modified augmented matrix after the second elimination. So now the eliminations are completed, because this one is the third order system. 2 eliminations are sufficient. Now what is, through back substitution, we are going to find the value of x, y, z. First we have to find the value of z, then y, then x. So for that purpose, take the last row. You can see the coefficient of x is 0, coefficient of y is 0. We have only z. So minus 2z equal to minus 10. Right? Minus 2z is equal to minus 10. So you can say that z is equal to 5. Z is equal to 5. Now take the second row. 0x plus 0.5y plus 1.5z equal to 3. 0.5y plus 1.5z equal to 3. Where we know the value of z is equal to 5. So we have 0.5y is equal to this 3 minus 1.5 into 5. What is the value? 3 minus 7.5, that is minus 4.5. So 0.5y is equal to minus 4.5. So what is the value of y? Minus 4.5 divided by 0.5. Minus 9. Y equal to minus 9. So now we have y value. Now take the last first row. 2x plus y plus z equal to 10. 2x plus y plus z equal to 10. So what is 2x? 2x is equal to 10 minus minus 9. This is minus 9 minus, what is z? Z is equal to 5. So 10 minus 9 minus 5. So that is equal to 40. So what is the value of 2x? 2x equal to 40. What is the value of x? X equal to 7. So please note the value of x, y, z is equal to 7 minus 9, 5. So that one is a solution. The solution of the given system is, numerical solution of the given system is 7 minus 9, 5. But you have to verify, substitute this value into that equation. If all equations are giving the output, if first equation is given 10, second equation is giving 18, and last equation is giving 16 with this x, y, z value, then the solution is correct. Okay. So this one is the solution of the given system by using Gaussian elimination method. Okay, thank you.